Morning, everyone. So last class we have completed what understanding array list. Now we will try to get clarity on searching operation. So last class we got conclusion searching an object means comparing, finding the matched object, finding the given object, matched object in collection. So the meaning of searching object is finding the given object, matched object in the collection. That is the target. Okay. For this purpose, what we do? We will compare the given object with the objects available in collection. So this is the first operation about what is the meaning of searching. Then now we need to understand how can we compare one object with another object. How can we compare two objects? How can we compare two objects? And tell me, how can I compare two objects? Okay. An object can be compared either by using reference or by using data. Data you have to call technically what? State. Either by using reference or by using state. By using double equal to operator and equals method. Generally, people call it as a dot equals method. Don't use the word dot equals. Use word called equals method. So how can we compare two objects? We can compare objects in two ways, either by using reference or by using state. Let us take one small example. I'm taking two student objects. This is student object 1 and it is student object 2. Okay. This student object 1 I am calling as S1 and this student object I am calling as S2. Now the student object contain reference 1010. This student object contain reference 2020. It has the data student number equal to 101, student name equal to HK. Tell me, I'm taking here student number equal to 102, student name equal to BK. Can I create one more student object? Yes. With the same data I am creating. Possible? Physically, the objects are different. Physically, objects are different. Okay. Their references are different. Thirty. Okay. Now let me take the objects diagram properly. S1 contains value 1010. S2 contains value 2020. S3 contains value 30. Okay, S1, S2, S3. So tell me, these are the three objects. Here, what is this 1010? What is this 2020? What is this 3030? These are called object references. This is called object references. Okay. Next, what is this 101 HK, 102 BK, and 103 BK? These are called object state. State is nothing but not Telangana, Andhra state. Okay. Data. Everyone got clarity? So every object contains two things. Number one, state. Number two, reference. Now I want to compare two objects by using reference. Then what should I use? Double equal to operator. Double equal to operator always compares two objects by using their reference. That means system.out.println S1 double equal to S2 returns what? False. System.out.println S1 or S1 double equal to S3 what? False. Why? Because they are two different physical objects. S2 double equal to S3. True or false? True. True or false? False. System.out.println S1 system.out.println S1 double equal to S1. True or false? True or false? True. Why? You are comparing same object. I am writing system.out.println S1 double equals to S4. I am writing S4 something like this. I am writing S4 something like this. All above statements are written student S1 equal to new student of 101 comma double quotes HK. I am using parameterized constructor. Assume I have parameterized constructor. S2, S3, 102 BK and also 102 BK. I am writing S4 equal to, okay, I am writing S3 or you can take S1 whatever. Let me take S4, no problem. Okay, I am taking S3. Then what is the meaning of last variable will do? S4 variable is created with what reference? 40 here. S3 value 30. Variables are different, but their reference is what? Same. Then they are pointing to same object. Right? Now tell me, if I write the statement here, system.out.println S3 double equal to S4. What you got? True or false? Why true? Both variables are pointing to same object. Now answer my question. Double equal to operator compare two objects and returns true or false based on the reference. Tell me, always the two objects will have same reference or different reference? Different reference. But when if double equal to operator returns true, that means both objects has same reference or two variables are pointing to same object? Can two objects have a chance to have same reference? No, impossible. No two objects have same reference. The two variables are pointing to same object. That means one object you are passing two times. Okay. Now the dangerous question, which is the most confusion question of Amirpet. Not only Amirpet, entire Java world. Equals method always compares two objects by using their state. State is nothing but values. By using their state, nothing but values. Is it true or false? Come on, everyone. Equals method always compares two objects by using their state. Right or wrong? Ma? True or? Equals method always compare two objects by using their state. Right or wrong? Andar chapali. Everyone should answer. True or false? Online students, come on. Everyone should answer. Equals method always compare two objects by using their state. Right or wrong? Come on. True? Pakka. It is called Ammana Bhutu in Telugu. Understand? It's a big blunder statement people are following. Are you have common sense or not? Yes, sir? No. Come on. Do you have common sense? Really you have common sense? If you want to compare two objects by using state, what the meaning of state? State means what? Values. I should have logic to compare this SNO, S1 dot SNO compare with S2 dot SNO. S1 dot SName compare with S2 dot SName, right? The variables from the object I have to access and compare. Logic I should write now. Who has written logic? Double equality is an operator. Operator, what it will do? It will take S1 value, compare with what? S2 value. What is Sn value? 1010. Compare with what? S2 value. What is S2 value? 200. That is what? Double equal to operator job. Okay, double equal to operator compares S1 value with S2 value. Because S1 contains reference, so it can compare only reference, right? S2 contains reference, so it can compare only reference. Double equal to operator compare two objects by using reference because the variables contains what? Reference. Tell me, how can we call equals method? Equals method is called something like this. How? System.out.println E1 dot S1 dot equals of S2. When you call method, background logic should execute. That logic should be what logic? State comparison logic. State comparison logic. Who has written this state comparison logic? Who? When I write S1 dot equals of S2, it is a method call. Then the equals method must be executed from which class? Current object class. What the current object? S1. S1 class is what? Student. Tell me. In a student class, did you write the logic to the equals method to compare state of the object? Then how your objects can be compared with state? Is my point correct? If I write E1 dot equals of E2. E1 is what? Employee. Then equals method must execute from which class? Employee class. In employee class, did you write to compare two employee objects with the state? Then how equals method can compare two objects by using state? Tell me. Do you all understand? Tell me, is it a wrong statement or not? Why this wrong statement is, spread in the market like anything? Because string class. Generally, all Java faculties will teach any concept by using string class. Two string objects, S1, string object S1 dot equals of S2. Then returns what? True by comparing two string objects data. Integer object I1 dot equals of I2 returns true if the two integer object data is same. Generally, 99% of all faculties will teach Java concepts by using string class and wrapper classes. In a string class and in wrapper class, equals method is overridden. I'm not saying define. Overridden. Equals method is overridden in string class and in all wrapper classes to compare the state of the two string objects, to compare the state of two wrapper class objects. That's why we are getting state comparison logic. Because string the objects are compared with state, can you say our class objects also compared with state? No, right? Everyone understand? Go back to toString method. When you display string object, what is displaying? State of the object. If you display wrapper class object, what is displaying? State of the object. Similarly, if you display our class object, are you getting state of the object? Why? Because toString method not overridden in our student class, not overridden in our employee class. Where it is available? Object class. When I write system.out.println student object 1, println method internally called student.toString method. Then searching in student class, not available. Go to object class. In object class, what logic we can have? Reference based logic only, because object contain two information. Number one, reference. Number two, data. Nothing but state. So toString method is implemented common to all objects. Every object, what is the common logic? State of the reference of the object is common logic. State of the object is not common logic, because state of the object student classes, student number, student name, employee class, employee number, employee name. How can we write the common logic for all the classes? Not possible. Are you catching my point? Now you confirm yourself and tell me, when you write S1 dot equals of S2, compiler JVM software, compiler software searching for equals method in which class? Student class. In student class, equals method available? No. Then compiler searching for equals method in super class. Who is the super class of student? Object class. Are you following? Tell me now. Logic. This equals method contains what? Logic. What logic? State comparison logic? Answer is yes or no? No. Has state comparison logic? Answer is what? Wrong. First we have to identify equals method. Where it is searching? Compiler and JVM. Search for equals method in student class. Hope all the people are getting an idea what I'm saying. Tell me, available or not available? Not available. Then search in superclass object. Then tell me, in object class, what method you call? S1 dot equals of S2. Then from here, control is going to which class? Class object. Inside object class, from here control come to object class. Inside object class, we have public. Return type of the method is what? Boolean. Method name is what? Equals. Everyone tell me, sir. Equals method is defined specific to student class or common to all classes? then the parameter should be common to all classes to achieve loose coupling. Tell me what the parameter? Excellent. Object obj. What is the logic of equals method can write in object class? State comparison logic or reference comparison logic? Into this equals method, how many objects we got? 2 objects. This contains what? S1. Next, obj contains what? S2. Now you wanted to develop what logic? Reference comparison of 2 objects. Then what logic will be there? Return this equal to obj. Come on guys, everyone understood? So very simple point. People made it very complex and make the people confused. Simple bujji topic. Very, very small bacha topic. So tell me, equals method by default compare 2 objects by using state of the object or reference of the object? Reference of the object. Why it compare 2 objects by using reference? Because the common logic to compare all objects is what? Reference only. State comparison logic is specific to every object. So tell me, if you want to compare state of the object, what should I do? Come on. If we want to compare state of the objects of a class, what to do? We must override equals method in this object class with what? State comparison logic. Everyone understand? We should compare this one with state comparison logic. Tell me, now I want to compare in a student class. I want to compare. Now I'm writing again here S1 dot equals of S2. Here I want to compare objects with reference or state. I want state comparison. To have state comparison, the method should execute from which class now? Student class. All are you supporting me? Inside student class, how many properties we have? 2. Private int student number. Next, private string student name. Many other properties are there. Let's consider only these 2 properties. And we have setter methods, getter methods, all the nonsense. Public, I have to override. When you override, generally what we are habituating? Override annotation. We will have to tell to compiler and JVM this is a overriding method. Then what we write? Public. Return type is Boolean. Method name is equals of. Parameter is object. O. Because space problem I'm taking just O. Tell me, what logic I should write inside this method? In this method, I should write return. What I should compare? Reference of the object or state of the object? Tell me. This dot, right? If you want to access state of the object, what I should write? This dot. Yes or no? This dot. This dot. Which property you want to compare? SNO. Equal. How can I compare? By using double equal to. Variable value, SNO value I want to compare double equal to. Come on, next. Second object is available in where? O. O dot SN. Compiler. Everyone, come on. Once I write a statement, you have to think like a compiler. That is the point from the day beginning I'm telling. Is it compiled or not compiled? Not compiled. Why? When I write this dot SNO, compiler searching for SNO variable in this class. What the this class? Current class student. In current class student, SNO is available. Next, when I write O dot SNO, compiler searching for SNO variable in object class. In object class, SNO variable available. Compiler throwing error. I should access SNO variable from the student object, which is available in O variable. Yes or no? That means what concept I have to implement here? Come on, you know already. Student S equal to student of O. Typecasting, yeah. Inside O variable, what object is there? Student class object. Student class object, I have to typecast the student for accessing its properties, na? Tell me, but there is a problem. Anyone can recognize? Anyone can find there is a problem? Wherever you are doing casting, there is a chance we will get class cast exception, right? Tell me, can I call this equals method by passing as an argument any object, right? I can pass student, I may pass a string, I may pass integer, because parameter of equals method is object. Then tell me, if you want to do typecasting, first of all, I have to verify the coming object is student or not by using which operator? If O instance of which class? Student. Then I should write. Then I should write student is equal to student. Then I have to write the logic here. What? Return current object SNO variable value, compare with argument object SNO variable, and because you want to compare two properties, two conditions. How can I compare two conditions? Logical operator double N double R. Then next you have to compare this dot S name equal to S dot S name. Right or wrong? Come on, right or wrong? I am comparing student name with this student name by using double equal to operator. Student name is a primitive variable or referenced variable. Now double equal to operator compare reference variable with object state or object referencer. You want to compare string objects name by referencer by data na. HK na, BK na, you want to compare, right? That means what I should use here? First, I want to compare two string objects by using their data. What method I should use? Equals. Tell me, is equals method always compare two objects by using data or based on its implementation? Based on its implementation. So in a string class, equals method is implemented to compare data by using state. In a string class, it is implemented to compare two objects by using data. Now, whenever you want to compare two string objects by reference, I must use double equal to operator. Whenever you want to compare two string objects by using data, you must use what? Equals method. Now, if the object is not a student type, if the object is not student type, will control go into if block? No. Control come after if block. What I should return? False. This is the equals method implementation we have to write as part of student class for comparing any new point is here? Because I am asking, you are saying no, right? Otherwise, there are so many new points are there. Right? All these points you learn already in inheritance chapter. This is the main part of our equals method. Okay. And now finally try to answer. If you want to compare state of the objects of a class, we must override equals method in object class with the state comparison logic. So final conclusion, buddy. Equals method, most important red color. Equals method compares two objects either by using reference or by using state based on its implementation. Okay, based on its implementation. In string class and in all wrapper classes, equals method is overridden by default. Okay, the default implementation of equals method is given in where object class is comparing two objects with their reference. If you want to compare two objects of a class by using their state, what to do? We must override equals method in this class or in that object class. In a string class, in all wrapper classes, equals method is overridden by comparing objects with their state. Tell me here. Okay, for comparing two string objects by using their reference, we must use equals method, double equal to operator. Double equal to operator. Next, for comparing two string objects by using their state, we must use equals method. For comparing two objects of our own class. By reference. By reference. We must use double equal to operator. Similarly, I'm expecting one answer from you. For comparing two objects of our own class by using state, we must use equals method, comma, what? But it must be overridden in our own class. Else what happened? Else two objects are compared by using their reference. Is it clear? Right. Shall I give one conclusion point? Understand my statement and say yes or no. Okay. Double equal to operator. First point. Double equal to operator is meant for comparing two objects by using reference. Of course, always it compares two objects by using reference only. Second point, equals method, very carefully understand, is meant for comparing two objects by using state. Try to understand, sir. The question, try to understand. The statement, try to understand. I didn't say equals method always compare objects by using reference. Are you following? I didn't say equals method always compare two objects by using reference. I mean state. I said what? Equals method is meant for, actually it is designed for, meant for comparing two objects by using state. But it must be overridden in subclass. Subclass and our own class. Okay, na? Else it will compare two objects by using their reference with its default implementation given in object class. So this is the conclusion, very important point. Can I expect everyone understood? If you understand this, your Janma is getting Dhanyam. అంటే తెలుగులో నీ జన్మ ధన్యమైంది. ఇది అర్థం కాక గిలగలా కొట్టుకుని సచ్చారు జనాలందరూ. All Java people are crying like anything because they are not getting proper clarity, difference between double equal to operator and equals method. Can I expect everyone understood? Shall we do revision quickly? Right. Point number one, Inter ask a question. I wanted to compare two objects. How can I compare? Answer, by using reference or by using state, by using double equal to operator and equals method. Don't say by using double equal to operator and by using equals method. That's the wrong answer. How can I compare two objects? Not by using whom. I'm not asking by using whom. I'm asking question, how can I compare two objects? Either by using reference or by using state. Okay. All objects, any two objects are compared by using reference or by using state, by using double equal to operator and equals method. Oh, there are two approaches are there to compare. Then when to use what? Double equal to operator used for comparing two objects by using double equal to operator always compares two objects by using reference. But equals method doesn't compare two objects by using state. By default, it is also compared by using reference only. Equals method compares two objects based on equals method compares two objects either by using reference or by using state, depending on its implementation. Equals method compares two objects either by using reference or by using state based on its implementation. The default implementation of equals method given in object class is comparing two objects with their reference. Equals method is originally defined in object class. In object class, the default implementation is comparing two objects by using their reference. If you don't want to compare two objects by using reference, you want to compare by using data, you must override it. If you want to compare two objects of a class by using that state, we must override equals method in that object class. Tell me now, for comparing two string objects, okay, what's the point? Okay. So we missed that point. Here only there, right? Yeah. Another important point. This is a very important. What is it? In a string class and in all wrapper classes, equals method is overridden by comparing objects with their state. So for comparing two string objects by using their reference, we must use double equal to operator. For comparing two string objects by using their state, we must use equals method. Similarly, for comparing two objects of our own class by reference, we must use double equal to operator. But for comparing two objects of our own class by using state, we must use equals method, but it must be overridden our class. Else it will compare by using reference because it is executed from object class. Okay, these all points you have to remember. How to override our method inside our class? Simple. Take the prototype public boolean equals of object O. You have to compare the two states, these two values, right? You have to compare these two properties. You must compare these two properties of first object from second object. So these two properties are there in first object. These two properties available in first object, also available in second object. First object is held by whom? This keyword. First object is pointing from our equals method. First object pointing by this keyword and second object pointing by obj. So if you write this dot x, no compile time error. If you write o dot sno, compiler throw error. So you have to typecast this o by checking with the student. By checking with the student, I have to typecast. Then only you are allowed to use. Else compiler throw error. So can I expect everyone understood? And the other important dangerous point, when you comparing two string objects, you have to compare them by using data. For that, you have to call equals method. You must not use double equal to operator. So this is the complete theory points about what the meaning of searching. How can we compare two objects? Equals method, all the points. Can I expect everyone understood? Shall we implement this one program? Comparing objects. Main method. And do we have student class? No, right? Already there. Class student, student name of course, fee. Okay, I'm taking this class student. Okay. Now here I'm writing first object student. Okay, let me define a constructor so that I'm declaring them as private. I'm implementing everything proper. Define constructor using fields. Generate. Next, generating getters and setter methods. Okay. Now this class is full-fledged ready. Now I'm trying to use comparing objects. Student S1 equal to new student of student number 101, student name HK, course CJ, P 2500. S2, S3. 102, BK, acting 3500. 102, BK, acting 3500. Next, student S4 equal to S3. Okay. Next, now I'm writing system.out.println S1 double equal to S2. True or false? Errors are there. Where errors are there? Why errors? When you're not writing any logic inside the method, it's good programming to write no OP. No OP means no operation. Not doing any operation, just it is a empty method to tell. Okay. Okay, let me comment. System.out.println S1 double equal to S2. Will it true or false? False, because they are different objects. S2 double equal to S3. Data is the same. Data is the same, but references are different. Double equal to compare two objects by using data na reference data. Reference. Then what will get here? False. Okay. Next, I'm writing S1, S2. Okay. Now we'll get what? False, false, false. Last I'm writing S3 double equal to S4. What will you get? Okay, now tell me, because I got true because they are two different objects with the same reference? No. When double equal to operator returns true, they are not two different objects, one object pointing by two variables. So if you want to confirm both variables are pointing to same object or a different object, then I should use what? Double equal. Both objects contain same data or different data. To confirm, I should use equals method, but you have to override it. Now all the four statements I am displaying again here with what? Dot equals of S2. Tell me, what you will get now? First one, false. Second one, third one, fourth one. Okay, why? Because equals method is executing from which class? Object class. Look at their object class is open. And what the logic there inside? This is double equal to false. Is it clear, guys? So tell me. Now I don't like to display state of the, reference of the object comparison. I want to compare state of the object. Then what should I do? Override in student class. In student class, okay. Tell me, I'm overriding equals method. What I should write? Equals of object obj. Now this is the signature of equals method. You want to compare logic of superclass? No. I want to compare my own. Then what do you write? This dot SNO equal to obj dot SNO. Look at their compiler throwing error. SNO field not found. SNO cannot be resolved or is not a field where it is searching in object class, right? So I have to tell array don't consider obj. If obj instance of student, then what do you write? Student S1 equal to, hey, you don't create new student object. What do you write? Student of obj. Next, what do you write? Return S dot. This dot SNY equal to S dot SNO. I also want to consider name of the student also. Then what write? Double N. This dot S name. If I write a double equal to S dot S name, any compile time error? No compile time error. Okay, but what it will compare? Reference. Return false. Okay, let it be there double equal to, and let's see what output we'll get. Tell me now. Here, what is the output? S1 dot equals of S2. When you see the method call, you must visualize the background logic. So inside equals method, we are comparing S1 object state with S2 object. All properties we are comparing are inside equals method. Are you comparing all properties? No, only you are comparing student number and student name. Remaining property values are same or different. We need to worry? No. Only we have to consider the properties which are used inside equals method in comparison. And tell me, S1 dot SNO is equal to S2 dot SNO. False. False and anything is what? False. Then directly what output coming? False. S1 dot equals of S3. S1 dot SNO 101 is equal to S3 dot SNO 102. False. False and anything is false. False will get output. S1 dot equals of S2 dot equals of S3. S2 dot SNO 102. S3 dot SNO 102. 102 double equal to 102. True. True means immediately it is returning true. And operator consider next comparison. Next comparison what? S2 dot S name. S name means BK is considered or reference is considered. BK na reference. Reference is considered. S3 S2 dot BK reference 111 is equal to S3 dot S name. Tell me. There and here you have used same literal na? Literals are comes under pooling. The second double quotes BK also will substitute their word 111. right? Then now that, okay, let's assume this is a 1 1 1 2 2 2, this is what 3 3 3. So 3 3 3, here also what 3 3 3. You will get a true or false? True you will get, because you have used there literal. Control F11. Look at there, what you got? True. Samajh mein aaya? Now my question, if I write here new, okay, I'll do one thing. Let me take another object S5, or else let me take it as S4 and take it as S5. Now S4 I am writing here new string of BK. And tell me, now you will get S4 double equal to, I'm comparing S3 double equal to S4. S2, S3 true. S3 dot equals of S4. What will you get? True or false? False you will get. Correct or not? Why? BK reference is 333. This new string reference is what? 444. Because the references are different, then you will get what? False. Hey, I don't want to consider reference. I want to consider only state. In that case, I should use here. Bolo. In place of double equal to, I should use dot equals. 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 People are calling it as a dot equals. Equals of S dot S name. Save it. Now go and execute. What you are getting now? True. Now reference is not considering, data is considered. Next last I am writing S4. Okay. S3 double equals to S5. What will you get? True. I have a question. You will get true, but S3 and S5 both are have same reference, na? Yes or no? In student class, reference comparison, data comparison. One object two times if you pass, data will be same only, na? Why unnecessary this logic executed time waste, no? That's why Sun Microsystems suggested compare if this equal to OBJ. If reference is same, return directly true. Don't unnecessarily go and execute this entire logic. Are you catching my point? But you know, this case is very rare. Are you catching? The if condition logic, what I have written here, it is executed only for one object or for every object. If I call equals method 1000 times, 1000 times this condition executed, 1000 times it returns what? False only. This are double equal to OBJ always same? No. Then here false will come. Go to down, this logic executed. 1000 times executing this condition is performance issue, na? That's why in our regular equals method, don't write that logic. But in object class, that condition must be there. Sorry, but in a string class, that condition must be there, because many of the times in the project, we will repeat the same literal, na? When same literal repeated, reference is what? Same. Then unnecessary going and executing this logic, comparing same literal, it is a time-taking process. Already catch my point? In a string class equals method, this if condition will be there because the string objects are comes under pooling. But our class objects are comes under pooling? No. When our objects are not comes under pooling, writing this if condition is not a good idea. Don't write. Directly write if condition. Next. Tell me, Java 14, remember? In Java 14, we have a one enhancement. Don't write this casting separately. Directly write what? Yes. This is what version? Java 14 version. Pattern matching for this feature is called what? Pattern matching for instance of operator. For instance of operator, tell me, you are writing, I am writing, everyone writing this casting. When everyone writing this casting, why are required? Let compiler do that. Just you specify the variable name here. That same variable you use. So these are the changes you have to remember for equals method. Can I expect everyone got clarity? So this is the story about equals method. Now let me try work with this string class. str1 equal to new string of. Okay, let me take double quotes hk. Literal I am taking. str2 equal to same literal. str3 equal to new string of hk. Next, str4 equal to new string of hk. System dot out at println. Compulsory asking question. str1 equal to str2. Returns true or false? True, because literals comes under pooling. Next, str2 equal to str3. True or false? False, because they are different objects. str3 equal to str4. True or false? False, because the references are different. Now, the same three statements I am writing with dot equals of str2. Tell me true or false? str2 dot equals of str3. str3 dot equals of str4. Now what will you get? All three statements will get true, 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 because equals method is overridden in string class. Look at which method open? Equals string class. Look at that. Inside this we have if condition. If this double equal to an object, reference is same, return true. Else return an object instance of string is string. Aithe first what comparing? Type compared and we have written if separately. They combined all the three conditions. First condition is what? Earlier, according to Java 14 version, before Java 14 version, I have to write condition, variable creation, and then comparison. From Java 14 onwards, I can prepare it as one expression, including variable. This variable is created here itself. Then that variable I can use in the next lines directly. Yes, possible. So instead of if condition, then separate logic, right? Directly they are writing as a one under condition. It's wonderful. This is a new point I am also learning. How do I know this trick? By myself, my talent, James Gosling talent, textbook talent, source code. Every day, any method you have used predefined method, you try to use that predefined method source code, opens and read source code, so that lot of techniques will understand. When you write this code in your written test exam, you get what you call a surprise. Generally, all people practice what? If bracket, variable, instance of the class, close bracket, then variable with the cast operator obj, then compare with the variable. This is the way the people are writing. Now, if you write that object instance of variable, type and variable, the next line and this dot, that quarter is nothing but variable, reference variable, okay, internal variable they are comparing. If you write the code like this, then interviewer get impressed, okay. Now let me write this code in our program. This is writing his own variable names, our confusion. Let me write this code now. This entire equals method, I am commenting. Okay, this entire equals method, I am commenting. I'll rewrite again. This is old style of writing code. Now, new style of code is what? Equals of. What do you write now first? Okay, in our program, we don't write this one, right? Because in our program, we don't have pooling. Now, directly I am writing here. If directly return. Return bracket. What I should write? Obj instance of student yes. That means first I am verifying what type. If the object is student type, then only I'll proceed to compare. If object is not a student type, here only false will be generated and return. And then next condition, what I write? Okay, let me take to the next line. And then what the next condition I should write? This variable s dot SNO equal to s dot, sorry, first what write? This dot. This dot SNO equal to s dot SNO. One more condition, and then this dot s name dot equals of what do you write? S dot s name. But super. Look at there, how wonderful the code is now from Java 14. So number of lines of code is decreasing, making it small. So this code also I want you practice. So first code also you have to practice. That is the traditional old Jamana column code. Okay. If you are Java 8 version exam you are writing or Java 11 version exam you are writing, you have to follow that code. Are you following? If you are writing Java 17 version, next permanent version, next long-term support is what? Java 17. Java 17 version code you are writing, write this. Okay, na? In the written test exam, write down this. Let confuse interviewer. Interviewer confused. Hey, what nonsense you are writing? He must call you for next round. In the written test exam, if you write, definitely look at it. What is this? How did he write? What is student is? What this nonsense? He'll confuse and definitely will call you for the next round asking, hey, what is the meaning of student is? Why you written like this? You know Java or don't know? I know that. It is Java 14. Okay. This is Java 14 new feature instance of what you call a pattern matching for instance of operator. It is a Java 14 new feature. Are following? Show your talent in Ameripet also. Okay. The small tricks if you follow, you know, you'll be different from others. I'm writing 3 levels. Okay. This is up to Java 13 version. Okay, na? Checking, type, then typecasting, then comparing. Next. This is from Java 14 onwards. What do you write here? Yes. This line will not be there. Directly we write like this. Okay. And now this is Java 14. From Java 14 version onwards, shortcut code. No if condition and all not required. Clear? Will you practice? Now tell me. I should also override toString method, na? If you want to display student object, I should override toString. toString method, I can ask Eclipse to generate toString method with all properties. Now student of. And when you display student objects on the console, right? This is the story about equals method. Eleven AM. Final conclusion, tell me. What are the differences between double equal to operator and equals method? First point, Tumri operation. It is an operator, that is a method. First point, double equal to is a operator, equals is a method. Okay. When you say this statement, enter, look at your face and laugh. You also smile. First you tell this point, okay, very important. Double equal to is an operator. Tell that point also, because many people are feeling equals is also operator. That is a problem. Next. Equals. Equals is a method. Which method? User defined or predefined? It's a method. Predefined. Which method? Instance method. Predefined instance method. Don't use the word non-static, because interviewers will not accept the word non-static. Okay. It is a instance method defined in which class? Defined in java.lang. Object class. Generally, people say big O class. Defined in big O object class. Big O object class people call. And we have terminology object oriented programming terminology. Object na student is object. Here object means small O object. Capital O object, big O object means a predefined class. Why unnecessary terminology? Use the package name java.lang object class. Second point, what? It is meant for comparing two objects by using references always. It is meant for comparing two objects by using references always. Here, it is meant for comparing two objects by using, come on. Two objects by using state of the object, by using state, but we must override, else two objects by using reference. Third point. It cannot compare two incompatible objects. Compiler will throw error. Incompatible types. Tell me, can I use operators between incompatible types? No. For example, if you write, if you compare system.out.println of student object double equal to faculty object, will get compile time error, incompatible types. Tell me, can I compare two incompatible objects by using equals method? Yes, it can compare two incompatible objects will you get error? Either compiler or JVM, either compiler or JVM doesn't throw error. We will get output. Tell me, what is the output? Come on, guess. False will get. Why? The past object is faculty. Faculty instance of student, false. Then what will get? False. Will get false. System.out.println s1 dot equals of f1 will get what? False. Because of, if it is executing from, listen carefully. If it is executing from object class, S1 reference is 1010, F1 reference is 2020. 1010 double equal to 2020, false. If it is executing from student class, F1 is compared with instance of operator type. S1 type, OBJ faculty is not instance of student, so we'll get false. Both the cases will get false. Up to now, understand? The next fourth important point, we can use it to compare primitive values. Primitive values are compared by using state or referencer? Huh? By values. Primitive values, they are compared by their values. Understand? Tell me, can I use equals method for comparing primitive values? We cannot use equals method for comparing primitive values. Why? Primitive values, we will get compile time error. Why? Because we cannot invoke method by using primitive values or variables. Here, int a equal to 10, int b equal to 20, system dot outer println a double equal to b. What will get output? True. True na false? False. Array 10 value, 20 value different. So you'll get what? False. True and true. Shouting. True. Now, system dot outer println a dot equals of b. In your okay. Now here compiler searching for equals method in which class? A class. What the A class? In int class it is not available. We will get compile time error. Int cannot be dereferenced. Int cannot be dereferenced. So this is the compile time. So these are the 4 points we have. Difference between compulsory asking question, everyone should practice. If you don't practice, very simple. What happened? You will fail in the written test exam. And next batch again you will join for learning Java properly. So how many times you will fail exam, how many times you join? That's up to you. One last question I'll ask. Let me see how many people can answer. When we have double equal to operator, why do we need equals method? What the answer will give? When we have double equal to operator, why do we need, not when, sorry, why? Why do we need equals method? Come on, tell me. You must answer like this. Double equal to operator can compare only, can compare objects only with their reference. Okay, na? Next, Java doesn't support operator overloading to change the implementation of double equal to operator by using double equal to operator. We cannot compare objects by their state. For comparing objects by this state, if you want to compare objects by using their state, we cannot use double equal to operator. and also we cannot change the implementation of double equal to operator because Java doesn't support operator overloading. What the final conclusion? To solve double equal to operator problem, to compare objects either with references or with state, equals method is given. Okay. If we follow, if we don't override equals method, objects are compared by using reference. If we override equals method, objects are compared by using state. So this is the final conclusion you have to give to it. So when you have already equals operator, when you have already double equal to operator, y equals method is given. So this entire story you have to answer. So all points I hope it's clear. Now you need notes. You want this notes or you want material notes? This notes you want, not material notes. If I am there in your place, I'll ask both. Understand? If faculty asks me, you want that notes or this notes? Hey, offline only online people, hello. All points understood? I forgot you guys. Are Babu? All people understood what I explained? Study these points and come tomorrow. List implemented classes remaining stored. Tomorrow you can expect the class up to 1:30. Please eat some food and come.